What's the vibes? Top of the morning, top of the afternoon, top of the evening, whenever this video may find you. I am Dream. Follow me on Twitter, Mr. Dreamy1, the number one. Sub to my YouTube channel. What up, Crystal? Sub to my YouTube channel. Blunt Money Bets. Like the videos, share the videos, comment on the videos, sub to the channel, put your notifications on, all that good YouTube stuff that help me out and help you out, because you'll know when I go live. It's NBA season, so I'm gonna be more I don't know what they call the time, prompt. Gonna be more prompt when it comes to being on time. If I say I'm be on, between 10:15 to 10:30, then for the most part I will be there. All right, so my boy KG, what's popping? What's the vibes, man? So quick recap of yesterday. Was happy to have the season back. I went 1-2. Let me see. AD did not rebound the ball. I think he had like 1.5 time, finished with like 8. So he scored in the first half, didn't score at all in the second half, didn't rebound in the first half, rebounded in the second half. And as a Laker fan, that's just the shit that I don't like with AD, but I digress. Let me see. I gave out Lakers plus 10.5 first half. That covered. And I gave out the game to go under, live under, and it went over in the last minute of the game. So 1-2. Just a decent start to the season. My favorite bet was booked to have 4 threes yesterday. I gave that out plus 450 on the timeline. We got great value. It closed at like 3 something. And he started 2 for 2. I'm like, oh yeah, this is gonna go just as I expected. Because I said yesterday he was gonna have 2 in the first half. 2 in the first quarter, 1 in the third quarter, and then had a whole second half to get it. But he just got cold, man. He had missed like 4 straight at 1.5 straight. When he hit the third one, he had 3 in a row that series, but most of them looked good. So I told you if you wanted to, you could play the 2.5. I just like the 4 so much. I wasn't even going to put a unit on the 2.5, which did hit. The plus money hit. I just would have went with the 450. So that's it, man. Yesterday was a good start to the season. And we're gonna go ahead and really get into the meat of the season. Pause. To really start the season, I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 plays. I gave out 5 of these yesterday. And keeping with what I said yesterday, I'm not gonna have a lot of blunt money bets this season. We just gonna hone in on my absolute favorites, and that means that I won't be able to play every single thing. But actually, I feel good. I found a way to play most of the edges that I wanted to play. As far as blunt money bets, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blunt money bets. And like I said, 12 straights. You could do a half unit on these just because the season's starting off. I'm just gonna keep it real with y'all. I'm gonna do a full unit, even though it's crazy to start the season off with all these plays doing a full unit. I love them, feel confident, and got some closing line value on a few of these. On the ones I gave out yesterday, 2 of them we got closing line. Well, actually 3 of them, but 2 of them we got real good value on. So I'll get into the straights first. Do I have my pen in here? Yeah, so I can do the timestamps. And unlike WNBA, and shout out to Mom Who Bets, I will be having like timestamps ASAP. Like as soon as the show's over, then the timestamps are gonna be up within an hour. So I got a really busy day today. My stepmom, she a doctor, she getting honored at like 4 or 5. So I really don't have normally I'm gonna either do the show in the morning like this on some wake up with dream type shit, or I'm going to do it kind of like 2, 3 in the afternoon. You know what I'm saying? So, and on special days when I really have nothing to do, which is rare, I'll do 2 shows. All right. So, let's get into it. Let me see. 419. First, I went through the ones I gave out yesterday. And give short analysis. There ain't gonna be much analysis on these because it's not like we have a bunch of data. You know what I'm saying? Good morning, Cat. Happy Wednesday. Book had you sweating at the end. And I will get through all the comments as usual, but let me get through these straights. We'll get through every comment. So comment on the video what you like, what you want, and I'll get to it. All right. First, Kings money line minus 122. It's 125 right now. I gave this out last week, actually last Wednesday. I gave this out on the show. Hasn't moved at all. Still 1.5. Still minus. It moved from 122 to 125. I just think the Kings are the better team. I explained this yesterday. They are a better team and they have higher hopes for the season. You know, if they take a step back, they could. The Kings, they can't take a step back. That's just how I feel. If they take a step back, they're gonna be forgotten in this West. You know what I mean? They got to continue to push forward. I think they were a top 3 seed last year, maybe a top 4, but I think they were a top 3 seed this year. And obviously, they're gonna try to do that, run that back again. But even not being a top 3, they still want to be a top 6, top 7 seed. Well, they don't want to be in the play-in after being the top 3 seed and have a home court advantage, which they lost in 7 last year. So all of that brings itself back, and this ankle didn't work out too positively yesterday. But it just comes back to the more desperate team and the team that wants it more. Yesterday, you would have thought that was the Lakers after being embarrassed, and they deserve to hear "Who's your daddy?" The whole stadium asking them who's their daddy after that performance. My goodness. But I will say I feel like the Kings are the better team. I feel like they're better than Utah. Utah is definitely a tough place to play, but this ain't like you catching them on like a four games and 6 nights or something like that. You had all off season to plan for these boys. You already know what it is, so y'all should go in there. The Kings, not like they added much. You know, they shored up they backup big man, which they needed to. They shored up their backup bigs, added a little depth. But it's basically the same team, and I like that. You got the same team, you got the same basically the same system year 2 with Mike Brown. So, and the Jazz similarly, they added a couple pieces, but they still young. They still is like a future team, and the Kings are supposed to be a team for right now. So give me the Kings to win tonight and start off the season 1-0. It's that simple. I think they're the better team, and I think that now we will see. We will see. Maybe in February we'll be capping this game, and I'll be like, yeah, I remember when the Kings money line was da da da, and now they plus 4.5, or maybe they'll be minus 3.5, minus 4.5 the next time they play in Utah if they play again in Utah. So. Also, want to tell y'all, I've been waiting for this spot all year. I got it bookmarked. I wish I knew how to bookmark when I first started capping games and giving them out last year on Twitter. I wish I would, because I had some monster tickets that we hit that I spent all day searching for that I couldn't find, like LaMelo triple double that was plus 6,000. A bunch of tickets I could not find. I was trying to search, but either way it goes, man. I will be bookmarking like kind of things that are important that comes to these games. And what I did bookmark was Paolo going against Utah. When Paolo go against Utah, I am taking his ladder. I don't care what it is. Paolo Banchero for Orlando. I'm just waiting. Chris told me, Crispy Cap, he was like, yo, you need to put it on your calendar, and I might do that. And the reason for that, I'm just telling y'all now, I don't know when the game is, might be in 3 months, who knows. But Paolo, he should have been a unanimous Rookie of the Year. The only guy that did not vote him was a Utah writer. He voted for Walker Kessler as Rookie of the Year. Walker Kessler is nice. We got a nice future in on him to lead the league in rebounds at like plus 1,700. But he wasn't better than Paolo Banchero last year. So I expect Paolo to go back to go back to Utah when he does, and definitely try to prove why he's the better player. So anytime I just bring up Utah, I think of that, just letting y'all know. So don't be surprised when that Paolo ladder drop. So yeah, Kings money line. Next. Gave this out yesterday as well. The first 5 I gave out yesterday. During over 8.5 rebounds. It's at 9.5 now. Shop around. At this point, you might as well play his double-double instead of the 9.5, in my opinion. I don't know what the double-double is, but we played that yesterday at 190 as well. So during over his 8.5 rebounds, minus 130. It's like LaMelo over 3.5 threes. Certain players are just an auto bet for me because I don't believe that I don't think they'll close the year there. So there was a point where LaMelo got all the way up to excuse me. Got all the way up to 5.5 for threes. He closed basically the majority of the time. He was 4.5 for threes. Whenever you seen a Melo 3.5 threes last season, toward mid to the end of the season, it was like a mistake. It was like, okay, who is he going against the Heat? Is there a reason why this is like that? Like, that was cause for alarm. So they're going to start the lines off soft. He's not, Clay. He's not Steph. So they're not going to start him off at 4.5. But I'm telling you right now, and I search Prize Picks, it's not surprising they don't have the things I like to play. Shout out to me yesterday with Prize Picks. I didn't play anything, but I told y'all Clay. Now his free throws didn't hit, but the first ones I gave out, Steph field goals missed, Clay field goals missed, they attempts. That was looking good. Was another one I gave out too. That was all right. So Prize Picks would have did decently yesterday, but Prize Picks don't have nothing, but if they did, I'd be looking at LaMelo attempts on there. They do have his turnovers. I'm gonna chill on that, but it's nothing for LaMelo Ball to shoot 12 threes. It's nothing for him to shoot, 20 shots and 13 of them to be threes. Like LaMelo, he'll shoot three threes, and like all of them would be 40 feet in one quarter. LaMelo Ball don't give a fuck. He's one of my favorite players. Like, he does not care. Like, and he'll hit one. And you'd be like, oh, okay, that's why I keep shooting, son. Other than that, you'd be like, God damn, those is bad shots, but fuck it. So yeah, Duran over 8.5 rebounds. Love him. Was one of my favorite players to bet on last year. We got his first double-double of the season. I think it was plus 1,000. Cash's first double-double of the season. I wouldn't be surprised if he finished with 12 or 14 rebounds now. Wiseman is his backup, or Bagley, one of those two is his backup. So it's not like he's going to be staring at 40 minutes, but I do expect him to get 28 to 32 minutes. He should hopefully get 30 to 32 minutes, but 28 at the low end. And Duran can always cover his rebounds in the first half. That's just the type of rebounder he is, So Jalen Duran over 8.5 rebounds, gave that out yesterday. I'd play the 9.5 still, or I'd play the double-double. Both of them feel about the same to me. For what it's worth, I did a little bit of looking. Last year, he played the Heat 3 times. Only 2 of those games he played like substantial minutes, over 15 minutes. And the last time he played them, like I said, was the one game that he played. He played like 32 or 36 minutes, and he had 20 and 14. So, and that's rookie Duran, who was the youngest player in the league last year. So take that for what it's worth. Now, again, that was one game. Oh shit, I think I got the homie Crispy Cap in here. Hold on. My guy, what's the vibes?
Yo. What up, James? Top of the morning to you, my guy.
My fault, man. Bad scheduling, man. I got a busy day. I'm like, let me just send my man a message. If he got time, he could pull up on me, man.
It's all good, bro. It's all good. What's going on, man? I'm here to give out a couple looks and hear what you on, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I know you got a lot of shows and spaces, so I don't want you to give people too much for free. But yeah, I'm gonna finish breaking down this Duran, and then we recap yesterday for you and have your thoughts on yesterday and today. You know what I'm saying?
That'll work.
But yeah, it's Wednesday, so y'all know the vibes. Shout out to Chris for joining me. But yeah, Duran, just an auto bet for me. It's up to 9.5 at this point. I would either play that or the double-double. I love Jalen Duran. Like I said, the last time he played Miami, and we can only really go on, minutes projections and kind of what they did last year. He played Miami 3 times last year. Only one of those games, he went over 15 minutes. And in that one game, he played 36 minutes and had 20 and 14. So that kind of shows you what he can do. All right. So I get on the rest of my picks a little later. But yeah, I got to welcome my boy, my guest in. Chris, go ahead. Promote what you got going on, and give the people a couple thoughts on our Lakers bullshitting yesterday, and what you like it for the day.
Man, so I'm gonna try to keep this short, Dream, but it's a lot to talk about, a lot to digest for sure. I was locked into the game, of course, yesterday. As far as plays, I gave out 2 that I really, really liked. The first one I actually gave out on Friday. We sniped Michael Porter Jr. to go under 16.5 points. Talked about how much I love that line. It was just a tad bit too high for a guy that hadn't played in a preseason game, and you can't expect him to be come out and be a rhythm shooter. It's not like he's taking his shots from inside the paint 5 feet. So cash that, I think he finished with like 10 points. That was an easy cash. But I also hopped on the Lakers yesterday, gave that look out as well. Got him at 5.5 on where did I get him at? Barstool plus 5.5. And yeah, what I'm doing, and what I encourage all the viewers to do. I know Dream, I know you're gonna do this. I got a Google sheet and I'm writing down notes. That way I don't have to go back and kind of remember everything, because as the season goes on and as it picks up, you're going to forget some of these things that you're writing down. So key takeaway from the game last night for me was, okay, Darvin Ham wants to manage LeBron's minutes. Mm-hmm. If people would have known that before the game, a lot of people wouldn't have lost as much money taking his points prop over, because he would have played less minutes. So that 35, 36 minutes, they want to try to keep it down to 29. If you catch Bron, when I hear that dream, I think, okay, now I need to play Bron first quarter points. You know what I mean? Because I'm not sure how much he's going to play. You know, he going to get the early rest, then he going to come back. He probably going to finish with the second unit in the first quarter as well. So things like that, I'm taking into consideration, and that's what I would jot down for something like the Lakers. As far as the second game, Dream, I think I didn't give out a play. I did lean towards Golden State, but they got a lot of work to do. They're small. Defense seemed to be theirs, just a tad bit. I think they got to integrate Chris Paul into that lineup. And of course, they're going to get Draymond. So I think they're going to be fine. But because Draymond makes them a lot better than they are without him, of course. But D Book a bad man and Kevin Durant a bad man, and Nurkic can play defense. So that total, I was a little scared to talk. I talked about not taking the over. It's 235, 236 yesterday. They finished with 212 points. So you talk about going way under the total. That was an easy cash. Golden State last season was I think I said 10-0 last year, 9-1 against the spread when they were in games where they were only 3-point favorites or less. So if they were a dog or only favored by 3 points or less, they went 10-0 last year, 9-1 against the spread. But more importantly, they were 8-2 to the under. So when Golden State gets a big opponent, that's supposed to keep the game close, that's when they play their best defense. And we saw them go under last night too. So I stayed off of it just because I thought, players would score, but they didn't. So we end up seeing more defense than offense. So those are my thoughts on that game specifically, Jim.
Yeah, man. I kind of share your whole analysis, especially with LeBron. I mean, LeBron, season 21, I'm not surprised or whatever. Yeah, year 21, I'm not surprised they're going to be managing his minutes. I mean, my God, man, if you got him playing 34 minutes a game, even, I can see it coming to a scenario in April where they like, yeah, LeBron is he's a little worn down. He's going to have to take a break for this or take a break for that. So you want to keep him fresh, man. It's a long season. So I'm not surprised that they're going to be trying to keep him the 28 and 30 minutes, man. And
hey, Jay, real quick before you move on. I gave this out on this Sports Gambling Podcast Network with my guy Munoz. DraftKings actually had Bron's season point total 27.2. And I talked about, that's my guy. Of course, I'm a Laker fan, but that's way too many points.
That's
too many points for Bron. Yeah. So I gave that out. I think it was minus 130. I'm not sure if it's still available right now, but kind of plays into what we saw last night. And if Anthony Davis is going to assert himself and all of those other guys that we traded for, the Rui Hachimuras, the D'Angelo Russells, the AR-15s that we gave all this money to, if they're going to ascend, Bron shouldn't have to play as many minutes as well. So I really like that number if it's still available also.
Yeah, I'd play that, y'all, to 25-5. I played that at 25-5. Because you got to think, last year LeBron was chasing that scoring record. So he was going out trying to, he could, it's Bron. If he want to go for 30, he going to get it. But that takes something out of him. We know LeBron. He'd rather just sit back, pass it to the corner, and then when it's time, then he gonna look up and be like, damn, he got 26, 10, and 11. So, I could not talk you off of that. I'm going to actually look for that as soon as we get done with the stream. All right, so big slate today, man. Which ways are you looking? What game kind of strikes your imagination the most? What game are you looking forward to the most, man?
So Jan, I gotta get off here in about 5 minutes, but I wanna go through real quick and just kind of highlight some of the looks that I'm looking at today. I always give out all my plays for free, but if people want to support, it's $5.99 a month. I think the theme of the day for me, Dream.
By the way,
that's on YouTube. Yeah, that's on YouTube. Yeah,
that's a great deal, y'all. All of his plays, all that.
So these are actually about to get posted, Dream. Right after we finish the show, I just kind of went through. I think for the theme of the day is so many games you can get over. You can dive too deep into these games, right? So I think the theme for the day for me anyway is pick on bad teams and poor defenses on the road specifically, right? So the first one I'm looking at, you kind of talked about during in this game, Tyler Hero, over 20.5 points, minus 110 on BetMGM. I looked at this Miami Heat team, Jim. They don't have a ton of scoring options. You lose Strus, you lose Vincent. You got a couple rookies that you're trying to develop. They didn't bring in anybody else. Jimmy Butler is, at an older point in his life. Not to say that he can't go out there and get a bucket, but how motivated you going to be against Detroit? Let me tell you somebody that is going to be motivated. Tyler Hero, somebody whose name was in a whole bunch of trade speculation. And not looking too much into the preseason numbers, but it's kind of encouraging. He had a 22-point game and a 30-point game. And that looks really good after that hand injury that kept him out, in the playoffs last season. So if he out there, I expect him to get at least 15 shots and at least to have 23 to 24 points versus a Piston team that actually allowed the fourth most points last season. They don't make that many defensive strides in my estimation. With Ivy and Cade Cunningham, I love the Pistons. I think they're going to be a very good team. Not a very good team, but they're going to be fun. They're going to be exciting, especially you bring in Monty, right? But yeah, give me Tyler Herro to score at least 21 points. So 20 and a half is the best number. The best number I found was minus 110 on BetMGM. Let me segue into another one, Dream. High scoring total. We got Washington Wizards and Indiana Pacers. This going to be a no-brainer, and I don't think this line going to last. Tyrese Halliburton double-double is minus 130 on Bet365. It's minus 135 on DraftKings. Everywhere else is already juiced and may not even be playable for some people, depending on where you like to cut your juice off at. 14 points, 9 assists in his first preseason game. 15 and 8 in his second preseason game. He played 23 minutes and 28 minutes in those games, Dream. Now you get him this is a spot, right? So it's juice. I think it's juice for a reason. We probably, like I said, these odds not gonna stay around. It's gonna be really rare we be able to get his double for anything meaningful moving forward, I think, in my estimation. Especially when you think about the second highest total on the board, Dream. This total is moving up to 235, 236 points. This is one I gotta play, Dream. So give me Tyrese Halliburton double minus 130 on Bet365. Then the last one I want to talk about, going to one of the late games, Sacramento and Utah. I like Walker Kessler in this spot. His double plus 150 on FanDuel. He's coming off a 14.15 rebound game in the last preseason game of the season, last preseason game for them before this game tonight. And it happened to come against Sacramento, in Sacramento. So now you get him at home. 2 games, they played the Kings 4 times last season. But in 2 of those games where he played 30 minutes, he finished with a massive double in one. I forgot exactly what the number was. I thought I wrote him down, but I didn't. And in the second one, he missed it by 2 rebounds. So for me, I'm thinking about the size of Sabonis. I'm thinking about who they have that can actually contend with him, because Kelly Olynyk not going to be able to do it. I looked at the roster. They only got Omer Yurtseven as their other big. So I think it's, continue to be a progression year for Walker Kessler, and I like his double as well at plus 150. So those are 3 looks I'm gonna leave you with, man. They're all 3, home teams, not great defenses. The Kings, if you were to fade them, you definitely wanted to do it on the road last year, and that might be a theme, especially with a small spread. I feel like they should be bigger favorites in this spot to me. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. And those probably the 3 looks that I like the most, Dream. But yeah, I wanted to leave you with that, man.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I just wanted to double check a couple things. Yeah. Because I seen Halliburton assist at 9.5 last night, and I just wanted to play it so bad. I don't know why I didn't play it on DraftKings. I seen it, and I saw the double was actually minus 140 last night. I said I might as well just play it over 9.5 assists, but I said I'm gonna chill because I got too many plays. And now I look at his double at minus 135. I mean, yeah, I completely agree with you. I might have to find a way to get that in some sort of play, man, because that double is gonna be about 165 in 2 weeks. It's gonna be unplayable in 2 weeks.
If they played the Wizards every day, Dream, it might be 250 tomorrow. so
for real. All right, man. I appreciate you coming through. Y'all know where to find my guy. What time in the spaces? I got my mom got a thing today, so I'm gonna try to pull up. What time the spaces today?
5 p.m. Eastern time. We live on YouTube and Twitter, man. Pull up for the vibes, like James always say. I'm gonna be giving out. I'm probably gonna have a couple more looks. It's a big slate, man, and I think while we dial back, I dial back my unit size at the beginning of the season. Everything that I just gave out half unit play for me. I do think that if we see an advantage, we gotta take advantage of it before the market starts to correct itself. So it's a fine line between having a lot of plays and having a lot of units, right? You can dial back, make that the Michael Porter Jr. I gave out was a 1 unit play because I love that play. I love him to go under, but everything I'm taking today is going to be a half unit play for me. So instead of if I had 6 plays, there's only 3 units out versus having 6 plays, 6 units out. So just some money management, bankroll management type stuff as well. But I appreciate you having me on, Dream. I'm gonna jump off here because I got another show, my guy, and I'll catch you later.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
Absolutely, bro.
Yeah, man. So that's the bro Chris. Yeah, and that was kind of my fault. Well, not my fault, but I just had a busy day, so I didn't know what time I was gonna be able to go live. Normally we kind of plan it. That's why he started the show with me because we know what time we're going on and all that. But I didn't know what my schedule was gonna be like today, so I just had to get it how I lived. But yeah, a couple things I agree with. Well, most of it I agree with. The only we got a small difference of opinion with the Kings. I think that line is too short. He thinks it could be short, but that's what making him go to the Jazz. I think it's too short, so that's why I'm on the Kings. But everything else he said, I completely agree with. Walker Kessler, I told y'all we on this double double. I mean, we on his leading the league in rebounds, so I love any rebounds with him. Double double plus 125. Halliburton over his 9.5 assists. Could not talk you off of just playing the double double or it's 10.5. Now I could not talk about playing the double double. And Tyler Hero, again, another play I was looking at, but I just can't give out too much, man. But yeah, we love revenge on this channel. We love revenge angles, and I mean, if it's after basically saying that you about to get traded all off season and being probably number one scorer, like don't forget Jimmy Butler don't be coming out trying to go crazy unless it's the playoffs. And even in the playoffs, after he hurt his ankle, like Jimmy Butler really stopped going stupid after game 3 of that Knicks series. It was the about that Knicks series. Like Josh Hart rolled his ankle and something happened to him, and then his production went down. Even his shot attempts went down. So Tyler Hero would. I would not be surprised if Tyler Hero is the one who puts up 20 plus shots today and gets his points off. Hopefully he doesn't draw that twin from Detroit, who's a great defender. I think he's probably gonna be a Jimmy Butler, Usar or Umar. I'm not sure which one played for Detroit, but I think both of them boys got the potential to be great defenders, but especially the one that went to the Pistons. All right, so appreciate my boy coming through. Those are the looks, and like he said, now me. I'm doing a unit on all my plays just because I'm more of an aggressive gambler. But I told y'all yesterday, if you want to just do a half unit, because I told you I had 20 plays that I actually broke down. Um, so I was gonna say, like, if I was to give out 20 plays, I would have just made them all like a quarter unit or a half a unit. Because if you do that, then like you said, it's 10 plays, basically at a full unit. But I'm pretty confident that I'm gonna go at least 6 and 6 today, or put it this way, I don't see myself in picks fly, but I don't see myself having a terrible day today. So that's why I'm doing my 1 unit play. So we'll see how it works out. But if you're telling, like I said, don't be afraid to put a half unit on. Don't be afraid to put a quarter unit on, or even 3/4 of a unit on. Whatever you feel comfortable with betting. I'm here to tell you my plays. I mean, the dreamers that been rocking with me, they probably just gonna tell regardless because they know the vibes. But other than that, I'll be explaining the reason why I like to play is for a reason. You know what I'm saying? If you like them, rock with me. If not, then fade or be like, I might streak with that, or I'm gonna leave that one alone. All right. So yeah, I give out Kings money line so far. Durant over 8.5 rebounds. Scoop over 12.5 points. He's at 13.5. That's fine. Scoot Henderson, rookie for Portland. You're gonna see a theme here. I like playing younger players. They're the ones who tend to get a lot of shots up. They're the ones who tend to not really care too much. As far as like how can I put it? Like basically they're gonna get their shits up. You know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna get their shots up. Same reason why I was on LaMelo a lot last year, Jaden Ivey. Like they're going to get their shots. They got drafted for a reason. And I love Scoot tonight. His first NBA game. This is a guy who played against NBA talent for the most part, low end, but NBA talent all last year. This isn't Wemby. He played against better competition than Wemby, in my opinion. I could be wrong. Overseas could be tougher than the G League, but I think it's about even at least. He's been in the NBA offense for 2 seasons now, coming into his second season, because the G League was NBA offense. He played with NBA players, NBA sets. He know how to get the little BS calls. Maybe he'll be on some Austin Reeves. I'm not expecting him to shoot 10 free throws tonight, but maybe he'll get some favorable calls as a rookie. I love Scoot Henderson. I think he takes 13 to 20 shots tonight. I know Ayton's back, where Ayton is playing for them. He should be the big dog. I know you still got Simons there, but there's enough. The ball's big enough pause to go around with all of them, and I love Scoot. Fast break. You're gonna take a couple threes, a lot of mid range, going to the hole, off the glass, baseline. Scoot Henderson gonna have a game today, so go ahead and give me his over 12.5 minus 125, or the 13.5, which is like plus 105. I will take that as well. Like I said, I expect Scoot Henderson rookie point guard for Portland, to take about 13 to 20 shots in his first game. I'll be shocked if he does not. Next, Cade Cunningham. Anytime his PRA is under 30, we're going to play it. To me, he is the prototypical 22, 5 and 5 guy. He's a guy that can drop 30, but you expect him to at least go for 16 to 20 every game. He's a guy who can add 10 assists, but you expect him to have, 5 to 8 every game. Same thing. He can have 8 rebounds, 10 rebounds, but you expect him to have 3 to 7 rebounds per game. That's Cade Cunningham. 6'5", 6'6", 6'7", point guard. Is going to have the ball, is going to rebound, going to assist, going to get to his spots. And I spoke to yesterday how he was the best player at times, aside from Anthony Edwards. He was the best player in those practices, and that's all everybody was talking about. I remember watching the Hoops Collective podcast with the what's going on in Utah guy. What's the boy? Oh, Windhorst. I remember watching that podcast with Windhorst during the offseason. He actually spent the whole with Team USA. He spent the whole summer over there for the Olympics. And that's all they were saying. This Cade Cunningham, he got bigger, he got stronger, and he got better. So remember, he missed most of last season. And I expect this to be a breakout season for Cade Cunningham, reigning Rookie of the Year or Rookie of the Year from 2 years ago. So over 29.5 PRA. If he get to 30.5, I play that too. I play all these to 1 point, 1 point over. I'm not tripping off none of them. All right. Jalen Williams. This is one that, this is just purely good. I don't have no analysis behind this. It's just a gut play. Jalen Williams over 4.5 rebounds, minus 150. If it's like minus 160 or whatever right now, don't play it. I gave it out yesterday at minus 150. I just feel like Jalen Williams is going to have 18, 7, and 3. If I could play like an exact line for him, that's just what I think he's going to have tonight. 18.7 rebounds and 3 assists. We'll see. I don't really have much analysis with that. It's super juice, so you don't got to play that, but I gave it out yesterday. And those are the 5 that I gave out yesterday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 more to give out and some blunt money bets, and that'll be the show. And I'm gonna have to put. I ain't even put when Crispy Capping came in. I'm gonna assume that was probably like 20 minutes, but I'll go back and put the timestamp said when he popped up. But yeah. LaMelo over 3.5 threes. I already spoke to that. This is just a base play. I'll be shocked if he does not take 8 threes tonight, but he probably take about 12 to 13. That's just how he plays, how he shoots. Same coach as last year. He's one of my favorite players, but I'm always keep it honest. He's not a disciplined player. He's like a playground player. He's gonna now. That don't mean he won't drop 30, 10, and 12 on your head on 7 threes. But he also will just take a bunch of terrible shots and make you be like, God damn, why are you shooting that with 17 seconds left in the shot pocket? You the point guard. Like you'll literally just get the ball off a rebound, take 3 dribbles, get past half court and just shoot the ball. So when you got somebody that's gonna take 10 to 12 threes per game, we're gonna go ahead and take his over 3.5 threes, minus 125. Shop around, but that is an auto play. Next, Atlanta, and I kind of got this from my guy Ski. I had to do my own capping, but I really wasn't even looking at this game. Atlanta going against Charlotte because I was just too blinded by Melo. Like, oh, I can't wait to bet my boy Melo again. My God, Charlotte is terrible, and they still don't got Miles Bridges coming back. It's like I don't want to call them like a D-League team, but they got crazy talent, but they like the hood team. They like a hood rec center team where it's like, I just feel like they be partying, smoking, and drinking and shit right before and after the games. And you roll the ball out there and they just gonna hoop. Terry Rozier, you can't really trust him. Can he have a big game? Yes. Are you surprised if he has 12 points on 3 of 14 shooting? No. Same thing with PJ Washington. Could he have a good game? Yes. Will you be surprised if he disappears? No. Mark Williams, I like him. Couldn't talk you off his double-double, but I'm going to fall back because I was hoping to get a little more value on Mark Williams. I really like him, the center. So we'll see what his game does. I just told y'all about LaMelo. LaMelo can have anywhere from 30 points to 10 points, and nobody's going to be surprised. So you're going against a team with and it's sort of like the Charlotte, they not as bad or not as well, they are worse and more undisciplined. than Utah. But it's still kind of the same thing, you know what I'm saying? You got a team in Atlanta coming in. That's a playoff team. They're a team that's expecting to get back to the playoffs to make some noise. I don't know if they made the playoffs or not last year. I don't even fucking remember. But they're a team that's expecting to make some noise. You got Quinn Snyder, a very good coach, speaking of Utah, coming from Utah in his second year, first full year with the team. We're going to expect some marked improvement with Quinn Snyder, and I will be shocked if they don't win the first game of the season against Charlotte. Now, it is on the road. I believe it is in Charlotte, but I don't care. I mean, it's 3.5. Like I said, my boy Ski was talking about this a little bit yesterday. It made me look at the game like, oh, shit, I didn't even look who was playing Charlotte. I was just like, yo, LaMelo. You know what I'm saying? So I'm on that. It's at -3.5. I play it to 4. Once you get past two, I call them short possessions, two-point field goals. Once you get to, a 2 and a 3, and, once you get to 5 points, 4.5, 6, then, you may want to find something to parlay on the money line with it. But I won't be surprised if Atlanta wins by double digits today, okay? Next, Kyle Kuzma, over 27.5 PRA. So we was on stream yesterday, and I wasn't sure if Kyle Kuzma was going to play or not. Because I seen Poole at 24.5, and I didn't see any Kyle Kuzma lines. Well, his lines popped. His points seem about right, but his PRA 27.5. Kyle Kuzma should score 20 points tonight. Could have about 18 to 22. That's what you kind of expect. 16 to 22 from Kyle Kuzma. You expect 3 to 5 rebounds, 2 or 3 assists. Dude might get 7 or 8 rebounds tonight. So, I mean, if you're going to give me somebody that I expected to, and I don't like betting on Kyle Kuzma. If I bet on Kyle Kuzma, it's going to be something like this, because he's the guy. Everybody got their guys in the NBA that they really don't like betting on, or every sport that you just don't trust. Kyle Kuzma is one of those guys for me. I don't trust him. But with that being said, the number is just too low. 27.5. I play this to 29.5. I think Kyle Kuzma and Jordan Poole are going to each average 20 plus points this season, and I think both of them are going to Well, I don't know why. I would, if I had ultimate just mega units, I would play Jordan Poole under 5.5 assists. Yeah, fucking right. I don't think he's gonna be passing the ball tonight. You know what I'm saying? I'll be shocked if he gets 6 assists, but we'll see. But I think him and Kuzma are going to be the guys that's going to have the ball in their hands the most, shooting a bunch of shots, getting up a bunch of threes, leading in minutes. And when you lead in minutes, you get some BS stats like I told y'all yesterday. Steph. I wouldn't be surprised if Steph covered his rebound line getting close, and when he finished with 6, 7 rebounds. Same thing with Clay. They be sneakily getting these stats, and we don't really look toward them for these numbers, but they mess around and get them a lot of times, and they cover lines that we wasn't even paying attention to. And a lot of times that's Kuzma with his assists. His assists be 2.5, 3.5, and he'll cover them. You know what I'm saying? So I love Kuz over 27.5 PRA. I would play it to 29.5. All right. Let me see. Oh, same game. Jordan Poole. I'm not gonna play his ladder, but I'm still gonna play his base. I told you I got to. Jordan Poole first game unleashed, and a report came out yesterday that Draymond Green did refuse to go to dinner with him. I just knew it. I remember I put the day that shit happened. I said, yo, the Warriors ain't winning shit unless they get rid of one of them two. They had to. I just knew it was not just gonna go over we're gonna go. Hell no. And now the reports that's coming out, where Poole was really not fucking with them and Draymond was just doubling down. How you not gonna go to dinner with the nigga after you punched him in the mouth? You know what I'm saying? If Poole would have went, they said Kerr was trying to get him to go out all season, and Draymond was like, no, that's crazy. You wonder why that team was going through shit last year? I mean, my God, but shout out to Kaminga. He looked pretty good last night. So did Dario Saric. I see KC in the comments. Dario looked good. Believe it or not, I was this close to giving out his 8 rebounds plus 1,000 and 10 rebounds plus 1,500, but I said I'm going to chill. And I think he finished with 7, so I'm happy because I'd have been tight. But with all that being said, it's revenge season with Jordan Poole. I think we're going to see some almost some James Harden type shit. He is not a James Harden type player, I don't think. But as far as offensively, he is extremely gifted. If he get his 3 going, he can score 40 points easily. So I'm not going to take the ladder like I said yesterday because Kuzma was playing. But I am going to go ahead and take over 24.5. Square ass play. I normally do not play these. Like I told y'all, Booker, I think he's going to be 38-8 or 36-6 this year. And what did he have his first game? I don't know, 38-6 or 7-5, 32-7-5. You know what I'm saying? So I don't mind playing a Book. Book, he's a fucking dog. I don't mind playing Book over his points prop, but somebody Poole, AD, Giannis, I really don't like playing 8 points. I don't like playing high point prop unless you just a stone cold scorer. I don't really like playing your points prop. But Poole tonight, I think this nigga gonna be jacking. He's gonna be jacking. This is gonna be an up and down. Chris just talked about it. This is like the highest total game on the board. And for the highest total game on the board, y'all think the lowest person gonna have 25 points? Hell no. I won't be surprised if him and Kuzma each go for 25 tonight. This is not bullshit. Poole go for 30, Kuz go for 25. Old boy with 12 assists, and they still lose by 8 points. I will not be surprised if that happened. So go ahead, give me Jordan Poole over 24.5 points. Next, love these last three plays. And the Knicks Whisperer, my boy Flo, shout out to Flo and tap in with him, Sports with Flo on his YouTube. I watched a video he did yesterday. It was very informative. He dropped it like early in the morning, so check out Sports with Flo. And if you're watching this, do me a favor, like this video. Even if you're watching this later on, the video is going to be up for hours before tonight. Like the video as you be watching it. The timestamps will be up. Share this on whatever platform you at. If you're on Twitter, give me a retweet. If you're on YouTube, copy it. Tell anybody you know about basketball about the channel and sub to the channel. We're gonna be at 500 sooner or later. But yeah, my boy Sports with Flo gave out this play, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm already on it. I was waiting for it to drop too. But yeah, I'm sure he probably got way better numbers than me. But Josh Hart over 5.5 rebounds minus 130. Josh Hart's gonna get 4 offensive rebounds. What the fuck? This is Josh Hart. He gonna be playing like 30-something minutes a game. This is the same Josh Hart that don't even be like on offense, don't even be looking to shoot. Nigga, you just track the ball and just jump and grab the rebound on offense with 6 rebounds. Oh my God. Josh Hart might have a double game one of the season. So go ahead, man. I'm on Josh over 5.5 rebounds. I love that. I think Josh Hart gonna end up being line like 7.5 rebounds by the end of the season. So I'll take Josh Hart over 5.5 rebounds minus 130. I'd stop at 6.5. But that 5.5, I would think it's still widely available. I don't want to go and take a look. But since I'm actually right on the game, I might as well. Let's see. Shit, what is Josh Hart double-double? I'm talking shit. It's 1,200. I'm not going to play that. But it's on DraftKings. And again, somebody tried to steal my account on FanDuel, so I don't have nothing for y'all on FanDuel. I'm mad I can't use none of them boosts. I'm sick right now. I am sick. Hopefully they run them. They give me my boost back. Damn, Josh Hart down to 120. So you can get better numbers than me. Over 5.5 at 120. I got to 130. So you can get better number than me. But yeah, hopefully they give me all my damn boost or some shit when I when they give me my account back. If they give me my account back, hopefully they're like, hey, here's like 2 weeks worth of boosts since you didn't get none of those early season boosts. Hopefully they'll be down. But yeah, Josh Hart over 5.5 rebounds, 2 more plays. Love him. Zubac. I don't know, Zubac, center for the Clippers, over 8.5 rebounds. One of my favorite bets. I almost played this and the double-double both singularly. But instead, I'm just going to play the 8.5, and then we got the double-double and a blunt money bet. And my favorite, actually, blunt money bet of the day. Bazoo, over 8.5 rebounds, minus 135. If it's 9.5, I don't care. Play that too. And it's simple. He played he played Portland last year, had a double-double in all 3 games. He also played Ayton last year 3 times, and he had a double-double in 2 of those 3 games. So, whether he saw Ayton or whether he saw Portland, he had a double-double in 5 out of 6 of those appearances. Ayton ain't really no big-time defender where I'm worried to play no center against him. Zubac is much bigger than him. He can move Ayton right out the way and get the rebound. So I love Big Zoo over 8.5 rebounds. His double-double is actually, I don't know what his double-double is. I think it's like 190. At least that's what it was last night. Shop around as always. Nah, I think his double-double is 200. I'm sure. Hold on. See my man double-double. Yeah, 205. It went down a little bit. It was 220 last night. It's 205 right now. Love that. I love that. That's my favorite double play of the day. Out of all of them. So we'll see what happens there. And so that's Zubac over 8.5 rebounds. And last but not least, Nicholas I don't know, Nick Claxton from Brooklyn, over 1.5 blocks. He averaged 2.5 last year. Over 1.5 was an autoplay last year. I don't see why he becomes a worse defender from year to year. If anything, he's going to get better with time in, with foul trouble, with staying in the game, because that's the only time he really didn't cover them blocks is when he was in foul trouble. So go ahead, give me Nick Claxton over 1.5 blocks. It's not like he got Jared Allen to deal with. He got another slender player, just like Evan Mobley, who's going to be looking to block shots as well. So yeah, Claxton can cover this in the first half. Over 1.5 blocks, minus 115. The center for Brooklyn, and again, he averaged 2.5 blocks, so basically 3 blocks last year, and they giving it to us at 1.5. This line should probably be at 2.5, or it should be juiced much more than what it is. Okay. Woo! So those are the straights. I will run them all back really quick, and then I'll get into some comments, and then we will end with some blunt money bets. Okay. Kings money line. During over 8.5 rebounds, I played a 9.5 or the double if the 8.5 is gone. Scoot over 12.5 points. 13.5 is fine. Cade over 29.5 PRA. I played at the 31.5. Jalen Williams over 4.5 rebounds. Don't play that now unless you can get it at 155 or less. Atlanta minus 3.5, minus 110. You should be able to find that. Shop around. Kuzma over 27.5 PRA. I played at the 29. LaMelo over 3.5 threes. That's going to end up being 4.5 by the end of the year. Poole 24.5 points. Just gonna play there. Line is probably right, but I think Poole's going for 30 tonight. Josh Hart over 5.5 rebounds. I think that line closes 6.5 or 7.5 toward the end of the year. Zoo over 8.5 rebounds. It should be 9.5, maybe 10.5. And Claxton over 1.5 blocks. It should probably be just 2. His line should probably be 2, but since they don't give out like 2s, I think they had to settle with the 1.5 because I don't think they wanted to start the season giving him 2.5. But I think he finishes with 2, 3, or 4 blocks tonight. So those are the straight bets. Crispy Captain came on the show real quick, and he gave out Tyler Hero over 20.5 points. I will put that in some sort of a lay, as I will with the double for my guy Halliburton, and I could not talk you off of Walker Kessler double at plus 125. Could not talk you off of that at all. I love Kessler rebounds. I don't know about the double, but he might go crazy. So I couldn't talk you off of that. And it's plus money as well. Right? And Chris explained to you why he liked that double. He just been eating in the in the preseason. So all right, Crystal was the first one in here. Appreciate that all the time. Popping up. KG, what's the vibes? My boy is back. Wiggins not getting 12 after being benched off fourth quarter and watching Kuminga blow them free throws was rough to watch. Had 2 1,500 set cat. Ooh, that's tough. That's tough. Yeah, be careful with them Booker under assist this year. Booker the new point guard. Booker the new point guard. I said on the stream, Book is gonna be 38-8 this year, or at least 36-6. Like you're gonna see the best Devin Booker. You're gonna see that. I should have just played his points and stop. I should have did what I said I was gonna do yesterday. I wanted to play his over rebounds, over assists, and his over points, and his over threes. Just played over everything for Booker because he's gonna be a monster. And y'all see the game went 20 points under, and Booker still did all that shit. So, but yeah, just be very careful. And as far as that Wiggins, I didn't even notice Wiggins got benched the whole fourth quarter. Holy shit, Kuminga was balling though. Kuminga gonna end up being really good, man, toward the end of the season because you can see Chris Paul already helping him. We talked about this yesterday a little bit. He was a little raw. He's still raw. He was a little out of control, but man, yeah, man, he got when he blocked KD shot. I said, "Whoa, shit!" He gotta be. That was a true block of KD shit too. Like you ain't blocking KD turnaround like that. And oh my god, like that was Kuminga, all right. Cat League, good morning. Happy Wednesday. Derek White over 11.5 points. Money need that. Okay. That's a good look there. So many looks today, but I like that look. A little sneaky look there. Yeah, KC. Downplay. What teams you like today? I only need 2 games versus the spread. I gave you my 2. I only got 2 games that I'm on today versus the spread, and that's Kings in Atlanta. Those would be my 2 lays now. Like Crispy Captain, who is a GOAT. He told you to be careful because both of those teams are on the road. I just feel like both of those teams are the better team. In Atlanta case, the much better team. Is the much better team. And Charlotte's not even close. But pigs fly. Say it all the time on this channel. Pigs do fly. So anything can happen. Pacers -5 against the Wizards. I can't wait to see where that closes at because that might be getting a little out of hand. That might be getting a little out of hand now. For real. So yeah, if I had to give you two, those would be my two. Corey Smith, I appreciate you. I appreciate the compliment, man. Appreciate you coming through. Porzingis 15 and 6, Randall 6, Hart 4, Brunson 4, Derek White 2 assists, 8 points, 350. That's a pretty good builder. Few too many legs, but that's a good builder. I like that. I like that. I like that. Kuzma, I'm sure you got more than 1 point for Kuzma. But 4 assists for Poole. Be careful. I don't like Poole assisting. I think that motherfucker gonna be jacking, but we'll see. Kuzma 4 rebounds like that. Gafford 5 rebounds. I like that. Miles Turner 5 rebounds. I can't stand him. He's another guy I just don't bet on. Halliburton 8 assists plus 180. You can do better than that for 180. Just put Halliburton double with Kuzma 4 rebounds, and you might get a plus 180, my nigga. I think you could do a little better than that. Like you can take all that. You can take most like Kuzma 4 rebounds, Gafford 5 rebounds, and Halliburton double is probably 180 or more than that. You know what I'm saying? Kuzma 12 point. Yeah, that's a lot for that 180. Just put that Halley double in because you take your Halley unless you don't. You a little worried about the double, then the 8 assists, okay. But I think that Halley double is, that's almost still in tonight. If you need more juice, add Pool 2 3s. I agree there. You right, just buckets and vibes. Yup. That's why all the road losses. I think Poole said something Dre wasn't having. Yeah. And they're a great team. So either way it goes, they were gonna be good at home regardless. Those two gonna be big dream. Kaminga had a tough whistle. He got those stats in 20 minutes. He's gonna get near 30. Yeah, that's another good point. He had a tough whistle, but my boy also was out of control. Like he was running people over and shit. Like, God damn. But yeah, he's gonna be good. You called it. He's gonna be good. I played over 7.5 rebounds and assists for Hart. His rebounds and assists only 7.5. That's so they only think you're gonna get 2 assists. Wow. Let me see. Yeah, they must. Because they got RJ at 2 assists. Yeah, and they don't even have Josh Hart assists listed. To me, that's a little interesting. I wonder what Josh Hart all assists is. Josh Hart could have 5 assists. Josh Hart is almost like a triple-double threat at times. Okay, they don't have his all assists available. Damn, I should have ate a real breakfast before I came on the stream. It's about that time of the stream, y'all. If y'all a dreamer, y'all been rocking with me. Every time we get about to the hour point, it don't matter if I just ate a full breakfast or not. I'll be hungry as hell. And that should just hit. But yeah, no, that's a great. I love that look. I might like that better than the rebounds look. I love the rebounds look, but that give you a little, because I told you Josh Hart can have 8 rebounds tonight and just cover that shit with the rebounds, but giving you a little room for the assists, that's a real good play, Aaron. I really like that play. I think with Bill in, it's going to play out how Warriors team went with Steph, getting no assists. Chris Paul, the point guard. Booker going to be more of an option guy to free him for shots. I don't know, because Book going to be the point. Bradley Bill ain't going to be the point, my guy. Book is the point guard of that team. If you ain't see it yesterday, I know Bill wasn't there. To me, I think Bill is going to be that guy that's going to be in the corner free for shots. Because what I found funny yesterday is maybe you'll be able to do that, but I don't think you're going to be able to, because in the second half, all Golden State did was basically say, everybody else got to beat us. That's why Aaron Gordon had like 10 3-point attempts in the second half. He couldn't hit shit in the first half either. But they said Gordon, and basically all the others, y'all going to beat us because we doubling and we trapping KD in a book. I don't know if you're going to be able to do that with Bradley Bill on the floor. It's only so many motherfuckers you can double team. Once that shit swing to Bradley Billy, he's wide open. That's trouble. Or it's gonna swing the book, or it's gonna swing the KD. So I'll be very interested to see. But with that being said, if I had to just bet, I would say that you're gonna see Book 6 assists this year every single game. Every single game, he's gonna be the passer because Bradley Bill, I think all of them is hoopers. That's why I said yesterday. I would be very surprised. That's why I like. I like all 8 threes this year because they are mid-range. Those guys are all mid-range killers. Bill, Book, KD, mid-range killers, but it's not like they're good shooters. So just because you're a mid-range shooter, that don't mean you can't, they can step their ass back a foot and hit threes. You know what I'm saying? That's what you would think. Now, Book wasn't looking too good yesterday after that first quarter. But I think like Brad Bill, I think he's over 1.5 threes. We'll see. But I think that's going to be still in that plus money toward the beginning of the season. I think he'll close at 2.5. And Book, we've seen with his threes, he didn't even really shoot like that. He had a lot of shots he turned down from three, So it is what it is. Kuminga be getting some tough whistles too. He's a legit defender though. Kerr got to play that man. It's tough though because if I'm Kerr, it's tough. You can't really play both of them. Maybe you can, but it's like the spacing. Because you're going to let Wiggins shoot threes and you're going to let Kuminga shoot threes. And then who you going to have in there? Looney? Now, okay, Sark is a three-point threat, but, you can't play them. If you got Chris Paul with the two Splash Brothers, you can't play Wiggins and Kuminga together. So you're going to have to split the minutes. You know what I'm saying? Wiggins, we're going to see. Wiggins just got that. I can't wait to see what happens. And then you got Dre. Dre at center, Kuminga at the 4, Wiggins at the 3. That's just no shooting on the floor. That ain't no shooting. Yeah, what are the Giannis run over here? That's what. Yeah, he ran somebody clean the fuck over. I was like, damn, Kuminga. He ran somebody clean over. Bill ain't no point. Yeah, Bill definitely ran the show. No, you're right though. He did. He did at times run the show in Washington. He did, but that's because they literally have no point guard. But you're right. You right there. Toward the end, he was running the show. You know what I'm saying? Getting like 5 or 6 assists. He was. I ain't gonna hold you. But Bill is definitely a shooting guard more than anything. More than Book, I think. But they both kind of similar. I think Book is a better playmaker, like KC's saying. But they both are similar, hybrid, 6'4" to 6'5" shooting guards, combo guards that, can pass. I just personally think that Book is a better passer. And honestly, KD may be a better passer than all of them. No bullshit. Like, I just don't think KD gonna play point. KD is a great passer. Don't forget what KD was doing when he was the only guy going against Giannis in Milwaukee that year for Brooklyn. The year before he got shut down by Boston when he had like 47, 13, and 11 in a game 7 or some shit, a game 5, and they lost. Like, sometimes we forget these boys is. And yeah, I would rather have Book being the guy getting passed to. I agree there. I just think that I would rather have Book being the one doing the passing. You know what I'm saying? I would rather, because it's apples and oranges at this point. Like, who's the better shooter, Bill or Booker? Like, yeah, Book might be a little better, but Bill ain't too far behind. But I think who's the better passer? I think it's Book by a little more. That you would rather have Book shoot, or just decision maker. You see what he did at the end of the game last game. And you know what I'm saying? The Book won that game with his passes. So, all right. Blunt money bets. Okay, that wasn't bad. That was 12 minutes of comments and giving the vibes out. But blunt money bets. I don't have much. Considering it's a 14-game slate. I only have 7 blunt money bets. One that I gave out yesterday. I will run that back. Hopefully we got some good value on it, or you might got better value. Who knows? But I got Scoop 25 PRA plus 185. This is a round robin 3s and 4s. Scoot 25 PRA 185. Chet Holmgren double plus 220. Jalen Duren double plus 190. And Wemby 2 threes plus 155. Big guy Wemby today. I'm not just playing Wemby because it's like he's the rookie. I'm kind of doing that with Scoot because I believe Scoot is like the new Russell Westbrook, where you're not going to be able to stay in front of him. He's so explosive, and he might have a decent shot as well. So, yeah, you're going to give me rookie Russ 12.5 his first game. I'm going to take that. And it's no KD. You got Simons in there, oh boy. So Scoot is a little different where I expect him to have the ball in his hands more. But Wemby, I normally would not be playing Wemby points. I probably won't be playing his threes and stuff like that going forward. I got my money on Wemby. We got him to lead the league in blocks. We got him to average 20 in 2 blocks at plus 600. So I don't really feel the need to bet on Wimby every night when I have nice futures on him. But with that being said, the Mavericks are fucking awful on defense. If there's a team that you want to go out and have a great first game against, it's going to be the fucking Mavs. They don't play no defense. Now, yeah, you got Grant Williams now. What is little ass gonna do against fucking Wimby? What is he gonna do? Try to be tough and get the fuck out of here. You gonna get your ass shot over, okay? Um, Derek Lively. So you got another fucking Duke rookie who wasn't even good. I'm a Duke. Oh yeah, and I lied too. I lied yesterday. I said I only got one team. It's Lakers. No, I'm a Duke fan too. Always was a Duke guy. It's my mom's fault. I was a Duke guy before it was popular. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I am a Duke guy, and Lively wasn't good for us last year. What the fuck? Now maybe he'll got he has a great backstory by the way. So shout out to Derek Lively, great man, great young man. I hope he has all the success in the world. So when I be talking shit about these players, like I just be popping off, man. All these guys are great guys for the most part. You know what I'm saying? Except for them niggas on Charlotte. Them niggas be wild. All right, like Miles Bridges, crash out dummy. But as far as that, it wouldn't be. If there's a game where they're gonna show him off, it's against Dallas. It's just that simple. It's like against Dallas, it's against Charlotte, some of the worst defensive teams in the league. They just are. Now, Dallas is mostly perimeter wise, where they're bad defensively. But who are we fearing from Bertrand, Maxi fucking Kleber? Like these are guys that if Wemby was playing against over there in Europe, people like, oh, this is food. This ain't Draymond Green. This is food. So with that being said, I'll get to this later. I won't be surprised if Wemby get 25 points tonight. I won't be surprised if he goes over his 2 threes. He's gonna shoot 6 or 7 of them motherfuckers. Ain't nobody gonna contest him. So it's just a matter of if he's gonna hit his shots or not. That's really what it be. Is he gonna hit his shots? Because honestly, they're gonna give him threes. They don't want him just driving with his long ass, getting layups in the post where he can turn around, take one step and dunk. They're gonna be like, all right, you 7'6" giraffe. If you want to shoot 9 threes and you want to go 4-9, like Drewski, be my guest. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna be trying to run him off the 3-point line. So, and if that boy get hot from 3, which he can, he's gonna put up some points. So Wemby over 1.5 threes. That's plus, I think it's 165 now. But when I did this, it was 155 during double plus 190. I feel like that probably went down, but I don't know. Chet double 220. I don't know about that. We'll get to Chet in the next round robin. And Scoot 25 PRA plus 185. There is a theme today with my blunt money bets with my round robins, and it's the young boys. But I'm sticking with it. Last year just did us well. You got to find the meat on the bone. Pause. Like LaMelo's gone. We had LaMelo last year, triple double plus 6,000. We hit him a couple other times. Where he's like a plus 1,000, stuff like that. You know what I mean? So ain't no more meat on that bone. Yeah, we can put 650 plus 550, but if you playing it as many times as we was playing LaMelo triple double, you got to pick your spots. I don't like wanting to have to pick my spots too much. You know what I'm saying? So I like playing young players that got a lot of growth that I think the Lions have not grown to where they will be. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, LaMelo at the end of the year, triple double is like plus 450, plus 650, plus 550 for his triple double toward the end of the year. So, that's going to explain a lot of these plays. So that's the first round robin I gave it out yesterday. Here's 2 more I cooked up. Basically the same guys in them is what it is. Chet and Wemby, each to have 3 blocks. This is not a round robin. This is a parlay, 3-leg parlay, which is like plus 1,500. Love it. And I will go back to like having my plays and shit under there. It was just way too many plays to type in. But yeah, sign up with BetUS. Use click on my shit. Go on my page, Mr. Dreamy One, and I'll put it in the comments as well. But just click on the link and you'll get a 125% sign up bonus as well with BetUS. So, and I think that's up to like 150 or something. But yeah, Chet 3 blocks, Wemby 3 blocks, Zoo double. That is a parlay plus 1,500, I believe, plus 1,600. I already told y'all why I like Zoo double so much. Love it. Think he's gonna get it tonight, so we will see. Wemby 3 blocks and Chet 3 blocks. So it's this simple. Wemby, his line is 2.5. I think he goes over his block line. Now Kyrie is real tough. Kyrie gonna be doing all this, but I think he gets one on Kyrie, and I think he gets some. More importantly, I think he gets some on those Dallas shooting bigs. that are going to be trying to shoot mid-range shots, shoot all these threes. I think he gets a nice tip, just like he got on Clay. I think he gets them, gets a block or two like that with the shooters. And obviously, if you got Derek Lively in there trying to do any kind of post move, if he's trying to do any kind of offensive move, that's just, he's going to shove it right back down his throat, because Derek Lively has no offensive game at all. Plus, Luka like to do that little drop pass with his little pick and roll. Same thing with Kyrie. Who you gonna be running them into? Wemby most likely, and Zach Collins. So I love Wemby to go over his 3 blocks. And Chet Holmgren, as far as his 3 blocks, Chet Holmgren played 3 or 4 preseason games, didn't go over 25 minutes in either one of them, and had 3 blocks in 2 preseason games. We'll see what happens. Now, I'm betting on these unicorns. I'm trying to take advantage of, we have, last year I was in my gambling chat on, shout out to the Green Room Dynasty. I was in the chat talking about how I couldn't wait to play Chet Holmgren 5 threes and 3 blocks. And I'm like, yo, that shit gonna hit. And that shit should be like a plus 5,000 or something, but I know it's gonna hit sometime his rookie year. And I still feel the same way. I'm not gonna play 5 threes and 3 blocks. Probably because I can't. I might have been able to play it on the FanDuel. But I think this is what we're dealing with. We're dealing with unicorns. We're dealing with guys that are super fucking tall, super fucking long, super agile. Now, can they get injured? Yeah, just like KD. When you're skinny and lanky, anything can happen. But these guys have also, this 2023. This isn't Sean Bradley in 1997. This isn't Manute Bol in 1989, where it's like, oh, we don't know what to do with these guys. Wemby is one of the most flexible motherfuckers you will ever meet. I don't know if you haven't seen him, but if that motherfucker it's gonna be tough for him to hyperextend anything. That motherfucker, they've been doing yoga and shit since they was 10. Like, these long, lengthy motherfuckers, they know how to move, they know how to handle their size, and they don't have to put weight on, just like KD. So we'll see. I like Chet Holmgren to get a few blocks tonight. I love Wemby to get a few blocks tonight. And I love Zubac to get a double-double. That's a plus 1,500. That is my favorite party. They're not round-robbing it. So we're going to see what happens with that, all right? And last but not least, this is the one that I referred to yesterday, that we're going to have one of these every night if I can. And we just going to rock with it and see what it is. This is a plus 30,000, I believe. 3s and 4s, round robin 3s and 4s. So I'll explain this, and this is just mostly vibes. During 2 blocks, Jalen Suggs for Orlando, 2 steals. Wemby, 25 points, and Scoot, 18 points. During 2 blocks, I did my research, and the reason why I didn't play this as a single, or I didn't put it in another round robin, is just because the data did not support me really like putting it as a single blunt money bet. I just think Jalen Duren, anytime he starts, is going to be good for 2 blocks, or he's going to be live for 2 blocks. But the numbers didn't really support it. He didn't have 2 blocks a lot. I think in his last 30 games, he might have had multiple blocks, like 10 of those 30 games. Now, a lot of that was with the offense and all this stuff. Like, it was tough to kind of not offense, but his minutes were tough to tell, because you had fucking Marvin Bagley, you had goddamn Wiseman, you had Dern, and there was another big, I can't think, Isaiah Stewart. Like, you had all these motherfucking bigs taking up his minutes. You see what I'm saying? So it was tough. But now it's Isaiah at the 4. Shout out Rocktown. Isaiah at the 4. And Jalen Pickett, another Rochester, New York native. Shout out to Jalen Pickett. He killed my under yesterday when he scored his first basket. But, love to see it, Jalen Pickett. I think he went to Aquinas. Boo. But, other than that, he from the town. So shout out to Jalen Pickett. He from the town, Penn State. And did his thing for Denver. But I say all that to say this, man. I think Duren, he's a shot blocker. Just like he's a rebounder, he is a shot blocker. So I won't be surprised if he has 2 blocks tonight. I like it at plus 300. Jalen Suggs, they have 2 steals. I don't know if you ever watched Jalen Suggs play. And again, he reminds me of Duren a little last year. We'll see. I don't know if Jalen Suggs is going to start. He should. And Cole Anthony should come off the bench. I don't know how they're going to do this. I'm thinking we're going to have Suggs. And we don't know, because they got Gary Harris. So we will have to see. But if Suggs doesn't start, he's going to be the first guard off the bench. But his job is to pressure the ball, go after loose balls, get his hands in passing lanes, strip down at the ball. That's Jalen Suggs' job, okay? We also, when Jalen Suggs plays in, like, Minnesota or Wisconsin. I think Minnesota. We are also going to be on Jalen Suggs. Last year we was going to cash out a plus 5,500, but he got kicked out the game on some humbug. We had Jalen Suggs to hit 2 threes, had 2 blocks and 2 steals in a game. Because it was like his jersey was getting retired or some shit, so I gave it out, and he didn't play the second half. It was a fight in the game, and like he didn't even go on the fucking floor to like do nothing. It was just a fight, so like everybody on the bench kind of got off and they kicked him out. Or he was on the floor. Something happened. He did not deserve to get kicked out of the game. But long story short, he already had in the first half. He had 2 steals, a block, and 2 threes in the first half. And he still had a whole second half left to play and like 4 minutes left in the second quarter. So he was going to cash this out. So that's another spot I can't wait. It's either going to be Wisconsin. I have to go look and see where he's from. Because he was nice as a bitch in football too. So I think Minnesota. It's Minnesota. It was Minnesota. It was Minnesota. Minnesota, Wisconsin. I'm pretty sure it was Minnesota. Jalen Suggs was a monster. 2-sport athlete. People said he could have went to the NFL. And he had got his jersey retired. And the whole Orlando team had pulled up to Minnesota because they had a road game in Minnesota, and the whole team had pulled up, and they was like in his high school, so Paulo, Bo, all of them, the coach, they were just friends, Wagner, Wendell Carter, his homies. They was all there watching him get his jersey retired and shit like that. So normally when that happens, then you're going to go out and hoop for your guys, and they're going to make sure you get your shine because you're playing it for the family and friends. So that was unfortunate. Stuff like that sticks with you. I'll never forget that because it was a good read. Same with my KD 40 and Booker 40 when KD blew that by a free throw, plus 10,000. Those things stick with you. But as the good ones stick with you as well. LaMelo, triple-double. But yeah, so Duran, 2 blocks. Suggs, 2 steals. Wemby, 25 points. I kind of explained. Do I expect him to have 25 tonight? No. Do I think plus 500 is a really good price for Wemby to have 25 in his first game in the league? Yes. Do I think he's a natural scorer? No, not right now. Do I think he will be? Yes. You know what I'm saying? Like, this could be like KD. When KD first came in the league, like, it was like, what the fuck is that? Like, I think KD started his first game at shooting guard. I think he did. It's like, well, what is that? Like, what is he? He can't get a shot off. He's too skinny. Can he shoot? Is this going to translate? And then it's just, oh no, he's just a fucking unicorn that we just have to deal with for the next 16 years. That's Wemby. You know what I'm saying? So do I expect him to have, I think KD might have had 18 or 23 in his first game. But again, KD wasn't playing with this era with as many threes. KD wasn't playing in this against a terrible defensive team his first game. And it was KD came up in the slowest era of all time, if I'm not mistaken, because that's why Kobe Bryant is my GOAT. He was an all-time great scorer, and he was that in the slowest pace era ever. So from like 2000 to 2010, that was the slowest pace era. And Kobe was still that nigga as far as scoring, winning chips, all defense, all offense in that era where, you could really go on the shooter's legs and it was slow and it was true bigs in the league, not like now where ain't no true centers. You heard what Draymond said last night. Draymond was like, the fact that we small, it's only a couple, really centers in the league. That's the one of the ones. And he was talking about Jokic and Embiid. You got 2. I might be missing 1. But after Jokic and Embiid, who the fuck is next? Miles Turner, soft. He like to shoot threes. Ain't no true center. Rudy Gobert, soft. Not no true center. Now you go back to that era, you got damn Shaq, Duncan, Garnett. Like you got Dikembe Mutombo. I could go on. Alonzo Mourning, and I could just go on and on and on. It's just a different league. So I say all that to say this. Wemby ain't going against the motherfuckers. It's a more wide open league. I won't be surprised if he has 25 points tonight against this terrible team. I also saw somebody on the timeline give out his over 1.5 turnovers. If you can find that, play it. We can't bet that in New York, or at least I can't find it nowhere in New York. Maybe it'll pop on Prize Picks, but we can't bet turnovers. If I'm not mistaken, we can't bet turnovers on DraftKings. I don't see that shit nowhere available. I don't know. So if you can, grab it. All right. And Scoot to score 18 plus 300. I almost was gonna do the score 20 plus 500, but I just did that as a separate blunt money bet. I just think Scoot's gonna get 13 to 20 shots tonight, and if he gets 13 to 20 shots tonight, he can score 18 points. That's just how it is. So just to wrap that blunt money bet up, and I'll run through these 3 lays one more time, and then I'll get to the last four blunt money bets, which are pretty simple. Jalen Duran, 2 blocks. Jalen Suggs. Jalen and Jalen? Yeah. Jalen Duren, 2 blocks. Jalen Suggs, 2 steals. Wimby, 25 points. Scoot Henderson, 18 points. We are round robin in that threes and fours. If all four hit, that is a plus 30,000, okay? Next, plus 1,500, just a straight, no round robin. It's three straight parlay. Zoo, double double, plus 200. Wimby, 3 blocks, plus 110, plus 115. And Chet, 3 blocks. I think Chet, 3 blocks, like plus 155. Also, couldn't talk you off of Chet 2 threes. I may do something else with Chet 2 threes. I don't know. But Chet 2 3, Chet Holmgren to have 2 threes at plus 200. That seems a little generous. That seems a little generous for a guy who I expect to shoot 5 or 6 shots. Does seem a little generous, all right? And the last one I gave out yesterday, threes and fours, Wimby to have 2 threes, Duren double-double, Chet double-double, and Scoot 25 PRA, threes and fours, all right? And the last blunt money bet, then we'll get into the comments. Prize picks, they ain't got shit available yet. So we'll get into the comments and we'll get up out of here. Blunt money bets, the last four. These are all double doubles, triple doubles, and ladders. Scoop, 10 assists, plus 1,500. I couldn't talk you off of playing his 8 assists at plus 400, but I'm cool. I might put his 8 assists in something else. Who knows? Oh, nah, I'm chilling because I got his PRA. It's 25 PRA and something else. That's why I didn't ladder the 8 assists. But if you want to just do the 8 assists, I think that's a good value at plus 400 for his 8 assists. Shit, this line is at like 5.5 or 6.5 right now. So, yeah, so Scoot, 10 assists plus 1,500. I'll play that over his double double. His double double is plus 1,200. Just give me the 10 assists at plus 1,500. Scoot scored 20 points at plus 500. Russ, my guy, triple double plus 2,000. I didn't play it when I talked about giving it out yesterday. I just said what I was looking at. Because I just wanted to get the straights and I didn't want to go crazy yesterday. And it dropped like 500, 400 in a day. So I don't know what it is now, but last night, well, this morning at 2 a.m. when I actually locked this in, it was a plus 2,000. So give me Russ triple double at a plus 2,000. And I told you I just got a feeling about J Dub for OKC. Give me his double double at plus 1,400. Just got a feeling. No analysis behind it. Just got a feeling. I like the number plus 1,400. And that's not going to be something that I continue to play. Now, this Russ triple double, I ain't going to hold y'all. We might be, if you're going to give me plus 2,000 with Russ, shit, if you're going to give me plus 1,250 or more with Russ, I will be playing his triple-double every time you give me those numbers. This is going to happen. And this is Russell Westbrook. We'll see what happens this year. But the Ty Lue, he encouraged him to be Russ. He is encouraging him to nothing's going to change. He's going to be Russ. He's going to grab rebounds. He's going to sometimes miss defense assignments, go on after defensive rebounds, but he's going to offensive rebound. And he's going to force feed all these guys the ball. He's going to have 4 or 5 assists to Zubac, a couple assists to Plumlee coming off the bench. You know what I'm saying? He's going to have his 6 or 7 assists to the bigs. It's Russ. So give me that Russ triple-double at plus 2,000. Love it. And those are the blunt money bets. Not much. Normally, if y'all know the buys, I normally have about 15 of them motherfuckers. Bill, they still talking about Bill and Book. Yeah. KD on triple-double watch when he got to play point forward. That is a fact. That is a fact, Casey. That is a fact. Wimby versus Grant is you versus Tyler. For real, it is. It is. Grant going, he wise, so Grant going to try to, but I would be very surprised. He's just going to shoot over Grant Williams. He's literally a foot taller than him. Scoot, Chet, Wimby, and Duren. Yeah, that's the first one. That's the round robin. I gave that out yesterday. But yep, love that. And those are the guys I'm pretty much on today. And a lot of my blow money is. Cat 6 rebounds. Ant 4 rebounds. Hurdle. His double-double was another one I was close to playing today. Jakob Hurdle. I was very close to playing his double-double today. I think he's going to have a nice role. You don't have Van Fleet there no more, so you might need a little more scoring. And Sakiam, too. Sakiam is going for that Supermax this year. Couldn't talk you off for playing some Pascal Sakiam if you want to. I can't play everything, but I will give you all the vibes. I'll give you all a little analysis. I think if Sakiam or Pascal, basically, I don't want to keep messing up his last game, but if Pascal averages like 25, or if he's an all-NBA, or if he's an all-star, like one of those 3 things, or 2 of them 3 things, he's going to be one of the highest paid players in the league, like Jaylen Brown money, Supermax type shit. So he is playing. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure he's playing for that contract. Cause that's why he wanted to be an All-Star so much last year, and I think he got snubbed. I don't even think he got voted on the what you call it. I don't even think he got voted on the like on the reserves. I'm not even sure he made it there. So he needs one more. Basically, why Ja just threw the bag away, because Ja basically made it so last year he didn't get no awards. This year he not gonna be able to get no awards. So it's gonna be tough for him to get that. Now I think he already got a max contract, but to get that super max, like you gotta have like all NBA. You gotta finish like all NBA or all. So it's like these weird things. You know what I'm saying, to get him. But that's how Jaylen Brown got that money. He didn't get that money just because like you have to do certain things to qualify for a super max. You got to be with your team, like, you know, for such and such years. You got to have this many All Stars, this many points, this many All NBAs. Then we can offer you the super max that Jaylen Brown just got. Pascal in line for that. So him and Jakob couldn't talk you off that. Couldn't talk you off of Scotty Barnes. As you see, that's why I'm not fucking with that game. Couldn't talk you off of Scotty Barnes. You know, having a bounce back big season without no Fred VanVleet. We will see. You put Shorter for assists instead. Yeah, I like that actually more than Hurdle 8 points. Now, if that was Hurdle 8 rebounds, I like that. But Hurdle can score. Don't get it twisted. Murray blow that fast break bucket for me. That killed me, man. Yeah, not only that, he got fouled in the first quarter. They didn't call that. I don't know what the rest were trash. The rest were not good. Not good in that game. We missed Dre on defense. That's going to lead to some fire offense. Took me down memory lane. Yeah, Dre definitely would have helped on defense for sure. And I think it would have helped facilitate the offense. I am very interested, though, to see what happens, because Chris Paul, there was times toward the end of that game where I felt like the Warriors were trying to placate to Chris Paul a little too much, and they weren't playing Warriors basketball. Like, what stuck out to me was when it was like 40 seconds left and they were down 5 or down 4, whatever they was down, and like long story short, they tried to do like a Chris Paul pick and roll or some shit, and Chris Paul ended up shooting the shot. And it was a miss, obviously, because Chris Paul ain't no 3-point shooter. But the ball got right back to Steph, and he just in the corner got the ball real quick, shot a 3, and it's like, all right, we down 2 with with 30 seconds left. It was like, nigga, we should have just did that from the jump. Why does Chris Paul even have the ball? You know what I'm saying? Like, run out. What are we doing? Pick and rolls? Fucking, this the goddamn Warriors. Run some goddamn back screens, some splits, and have these motherfuckers coming in the corner, hit them for threes, and just do what you do. So I'll be very interested to see who is more of the offensive hub when Dre comes back. I'll be interested to see if Chris Paul starts when Dre comes back, because like I said, I'm used to seeing Dre get the ball. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm used to seeing, and that's Chris Paul now. Chris Paul is telling people, So I'll be very, very. That's a good point too. Steph had 5 fouls, but I'll just be very interested to see how that dynamic goes going forward. So long show, but we will have the timestamps. I appreciate y'all rocking with me as always. If you are watching this, please hit that like button. It helps the channel grow. We are about to cash out. Y'all know the vibes, man. Comment on the videos. I will always come back to the comments even after. If you're watching this video at like 3 p.m., 4 p.m., like it then, like it now. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, sub to the channel, put your notifications on, and share this on Twitter. So as always, man, y'all know the vibes. Let's get this cash. I appreciate everybody for rocking with me. We gotta have it, man. So let's get it.